The Timberwolves have always been an interesting team to me because they have the talent in Cat and Wiggins. In this past season, a guy like Derrick Rose, from a veteran standpoint, can help coach or mentor guys like Cat and Wiggins. They should be able to consistently get to the playoffs. The last playoffs appearance was 2018. We lost in 5 to the Houston Rockets in the first round. I think there are 3 key reasons that go back to the Kevin Love Garnett stages to really tell why this Timberwolves team hasn't been able to capitalize on the talent they've had. And here's the first one. The first reason the Timberwolves haven't been able to capitalize on the talent they've had is because of the bad draft picks that they've made. Now, you can't fault them too much for this. Every team makes bad draft picks and wish they could redraft, but they have to work with what they get. The first bad example of this is 2009, where they picked Ricky Rubio and Johnny Flynn back-to-back before Steph Curry. And we all know Steph Curry. In my opinion, he's the second best point guard of all time, the greatest shooter, 3-time champion, 2-time MVP, 1-time unanimous. And to pick Johnny Flynn and Ricky Rubio before him, obviously they saw some of those 2 players. Again, you can't fault them, but they missed out on one of the best point guards of all time. Johnny Flynn went on to not have a bad rookie season, but of course it was nothing to Steph Curry. 2009-2010, Johnny Flynn made the all-rookie team, averaging 13.5 points, 4.4 assists, and 2 rebounds. But after the season, he had a career-changing hip surgery, and he was never the same after this. His last season played in the NBA was 2011-2012, and on to Ricky Rubio. His first official season with the Wolves was 2011 and 2012. He played 6 seasons with the Wolves, and he was out of there. The second example of this is 2010, where the Wolves picked Wesley Johnson before DeMarcus Cousins. Johnson played 2 seasons with the Wolves. We all know what Cousins turned into in Sacramento. He was one of the best centers when he was in Sacramento, and now it's a different story with DeMarcus. But this is 2 examples: 2009 picking Ricky Rubio, Johnny Flynn over Steph; 2010 picking Wesley Johnson over Cousins. That really shows you the bad draft picks that the Wolves have made. These 2 examples: 2009-2010 picking Johnny Flynn and Rubio over Steph in back-to-back picks 5 and 6. 2010 picking Wesley Johnson over Cousins show you some of the flaws of the Minnesota organization. They've of course made some good moves like drafting Cat Wiggins, recently Jarrett Culver in 2008, trading OJ Mayo for Love, but 2009-2010 definitely hurt them, and who knows what they could have been with Steph and Cousins over Johnny Flynn, Rubio, and Wesley Johnson. The second biggest reason the Timberwolves haven't been able to consistently compete in the West is their inability to surround their superstars like KG and Love with other talent that can compete with the Spurs or the Lakers. It's hard for KG to compete with the Spurs with Duncan, Ginobili, and Parker, and the Lakers with Shaq and Kobe if his second best teammate Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell was good for a while. He had a good season in 2003-2004 season where he averaged 20 points, 7 assists, and 1 steal. At 34 years old, he did play 81 games, so this is good, but Sam Cassell isn't enough to compete with Kobe or Shaq. He had a guy like Stephen Marbury. In the 1997-1998 season, he averaged 17 points, 8 assists, 1 steal. We also got a guy like Latrell Sprewell, who averaged 17 points, 4 assists, and 4 rebounds in the 2003-2004 season. All these pieces are nice: Cassell, Marbury, and Sprewell, but none are good enough to really compete in the West, and the Timberwolves couldn't really surround KG with any real talent to help him get over the hump and beat other top West teams. All these pieces are nice: Cassell, Marbury, and Sprewell, but none are good enough to really compete in the West, and the Timberwolves couldn't really surround KG with any real talent to help him get over the hump and beat other top West teams. The second star the Timberwolves could never surround good enough talent around to compete in the West is Kevin Love. His best season, 2013-2014 with Minnesota, averaging 26 points per game. His time with Minnesota's best teammate might have been Al Jefferson, who in his prime was pretty good. His best season with the Wolves, 2009-2010, he averages 17 points, 9 rebounds, and a block per game. The Timberwolves with K-Love never made the playoffs, which shows you how they couldn't surround good enough talent around a star like him to compete before he was shipped off to Cleveland for Wiggins. Real quick, if you're enjoying the video so far and you like it and you want to see more videos like this, first of all, leave a like. Second of all, subscribe. Third, if you are subscribed, hit the notification bell if you want to see more videos like this. The third reason the Timberwolves have had a lack of success in the stacked West is because Andrew Wiggins has been a bit underwhelming and disappointing for them. The best aspect of his game is scoring. He's only okay at that, and he's not incredibly efficient at it. For a 6'8" athletic wing, he is below average at best defensively. He should be able to switch onto smaller defenders at least and guard them effectively if you're 6'8" and you're that athletic as Andrew Wiggins is. For a playmaker, he's not much of a playmaker, but you can't expect every 6'8" athletic wing to be like LeBron and be the best playmaker on his team. So more than that, he has to work on his scoring and his defense to really help Cat consistently get to the playoffs, because we all know that Cat is a lone star on the Wolves. They had Jimmy, but we all know how that situation went. So Wiggins has to step up to help Cat compete in the West with Wiggins. Now, the 3 reasons in conclusion why the Timberwolves have had a lack of success is their bad drafting, picking Johnny Flynn and Rubio in 2009 over Steph, 2010 picking Wesley Johnson over Cousins, not being able to surround the superstars with enough talent to compete. KG and Love never made the playoffs with the Wolves because of this. Hopefully this doesn't happen with Karl-Anthony Towns and they can actually bring him a star. They brought him a star in Butler, but we all know how that went. 3rd reason, Wiggins being a bit underwhelming and disappointing for the Wolves. But like I said, they do have a second chance with Jarrett Culver, and they have a potential superstar MVP in Karl-Anthony Towns. Thank you for watching. Like I said earlier in the video, if you enjoy these type of videos, make sure you subscribe. Hit the like button. This has been Rashad with Hoops Times 2. Peace out.